Thomas Senior Stadium. Don't go anywhere. The Sox Baseball and the Sox Radio Network.
At Banner Bank, cheering on the AppleSox is just one more way they show their appreciation for the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes
for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year.
Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank member FDIC.
Let's give a big hand to a proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies. Celebrating 25 years of serving our valley, Salcedo does it all, from top-tier HVAC and electrical expertise to major local development. Today, they're proving their philanthropic heart by supporting over 70 local organizations across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties, including our very own Wenatchee AppleSox. Locally grown and deeply committed, Salcedo continues to invest in everything that makes our valley home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
NCW.News is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.News provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.News and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.News for local news you can trust.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
Micah Hagler's got the rock for the Corvallis Knights. The right-hander, 6'3" and 215 pounds, making his fifth appearance of the summer with Corvallis and his second start as well. He's got one win, no losses, and a 1.64 ERA. He should be fun to watch on the mound for Corvallis. For the AppleSox, who better to have in this important of a game than your WCL pitcher of the week, Mitch Haythorne, making his ninth appearance of the summer and his seventh start as well. Obviously, got the start to start the playoffs against the Kelowna Falcons up in Kelowna. Went 6 innings scoreless, only allowing 4 hits, striking out 6 batters, and allowing no walks as well. He was near flawless there in Kelowna. Now he's got the rock for the championship game. Haythorne led the league for strikeouts last year. He got 46 to end the regular season this year, putting him at 100 on the dot in his AppleSox career. He really has been the most impressive arm to squash all season long. He ended the regular season with a 4.32 ERA, 4 wins, and only 1 loss for him. The best record on the entire pitching staff for Wenatchee. On a team that has the best pitching staff in the entire league, Haythorne has really been the gem that's shined the most out of everybody. Obviously, going 33 and 1/3 in his pitch, only allowing 32 hits. Again, striking out 46, only walking 11. The strikeout to walk ratio is exactly what you'd expect from Haythorne, who dominated last year in the West Coast League, dominated with Wenatchee, did it again this year. He did it in the playoffs. He started the playoffs for Wenatchee, and now he ends it. It's going to be a real fun pitching matchup today. Haythorne and Hagler. As the lineup announcements are done for both sides, we're just about to the national anthem here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. I'm Smith Sly. Don't go anywhere. It's a WCL championship game, only on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Need to rent a car? Remember Wenatchee Rental Cars. Locally owned and located near the airport, they offer after-hours pickup and returns are available. They rent European cars, SUVs, and 7-passenger vehicles, all equipped with all-wheel drive for safe driving. Book by calling 509-888-2397 or send a rental request at WenatcheeRentalCars.com. All vehicles are clean, dependable, and maintained by Eric's European and Asian Auto Repair.
Foster parents provide the safety, love, and nurturing every child deserves. Many kids are just looking for someone to talk to have fun with, to share their life with. Interested in being a foster parent? Call K Connections at 888-2006. That's 888-2006. K Connections, enhancing the lives of those they serve at 2121 North Wenatchee Avenue.
The Loop Trail Cafe wish the AppleSox the best of success this season. Locally owned, the Loop Trail Cafe has a great menu for breakfast and lunch. Start your morning off with the local famous zombie or breakfast burrito and a cup of coffee or tea. During the hot summer, you'll find ice cream cones. Get a scoop on the Loop. The Loop Trail Cafe, across from the splash pad in the Riverfront Center building at 1 5th Street, Suite 160 in Wenatchee.
Slide into summer fun at Slidewaters Lake Chelan, your one-stop vacation paradise with 11 fun-filled water slides. Cruise down the downhill racer, bolt down their tube classic Thunder Rapids with just you on your tube or a party up to 4. Plunge down the completely enclosed Purple Haze or float down the lazy river. Slidewaters Lake Chelan for all the fun adventures. Go to slidewaters.com.
A packed crowd here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, one of the best crowds we've seen all year. It's here in the most important game of the season, the WCL championship game. The Sox and the Corvallis Knights were getting closer and closer to first pitch here. I mean, the anticipation just building by the moment. Let's take a look at who the Corvallis Knights are starting today in this really penultimate game of the season. Now leading off, it's Diego Cruz over at second base. Batting second, it's Maverick Russell, who DHs today. Batting third, it's Ethan Porter at first base. Batting fourth, it's Dakota Chun, who's catching today. Batting fifth, it's Ryan Severns at third base. Batting sixth, it's Max Medina in straightaway center. Batting seventh, it's Kellen Sagal in left. Batting eighth, it's Zane Garvey in right field. And batting ninth, it's Joey Marasco, who's over at shorts. Defensively for the AppleSox, behind the plate, who else but Kanoa Morisaki. At first base, it's Paxton Bigby. At second base, it's Raphael Dunn. At short, it's Reese Vassar. At third, it's James Castanola. Out in left field, it's Ryder Young. Straightaway center, who else but Zach Doyle. And in right field, it is Noah Fields. On the mounds, like we said, your WCL pitcher of the week, it's Mitch Haythorne. And like we said, a very, very exciting pitching matchup to appear. Haythorne and Hagler for the Corvallis Knights. Both really wanting to get the party started right for their respective teams. Again, these two teams that have had a little bit different paths to get to this game. Both teams very historic in the West Coast League. The Knights with the most championships out of anybody, and the Sox who got the very first WCL championship back in 2005. It's been 14 years since the Sox have won one. They were in the dance in 2024, really on the precipice, and they dropped it to the Portland Pickles, who then also lost the Bellingham Bells the next year. And of course, the Sox just knocked out the Bells a few days ago in the North Division Championship game. That was 18-4, a blowout, where the Sox just kind of really gave the Bells no chance of winning that game. And again, a beautiful day in Wenatchee today. It's 80 degrees on the dots. A smoky, smoky day. That wildfire smoke coming down from Chelan blowing in, making it a bit hard to breathe and a little hard to see East Wenatchee on the skyline. But still, gotta play this game, the most important game of the summer, and they're not going to call it on account of smoke, as Haythorne's just about done warming up. Like we said, Diego Cruz leads off for the Knights. That's Maverick Russell and Ethan Porter after him. Those are your three guaranteed Knights in this championship game. And you gotta love the walk-up song or pitching walkout song for Mitch Haythorne, Come As You Are by Nirvana. Nirvana, Seattle band, product of the Pacific Northwest. As are both these teams, Wenatchee and Corvallis. Obviously, Corvallis in the northern half of Oregon, home of the Oregon State Beavers. And the Knights play at the ballpark for OSU. As here comes Diego Cruz, the freshman who's at Miami, Ohio University, but he's committed to OSU next year, so he's going to be a Beaver. And he's going to be spending a lot of time in Corvallis. He bats from the left side against the righty Mitch Haythorne as he's set on the mound. The first pitch of today's game in the championship. Here it is from Haythorne. Slider in there for a strike. We're underway at 6:39 p.m. Sit back and enjoy this one. You know this crowd's going to get loud all night long. It's an 0-1 count on Cruz. Haythorne for windup. And the next pitch. Hit foul to the left side, high into the parking lots.
Downfall ball might have caused some glass damage, but Belvoir Community Glass Co. is the go-to solution for all your glass repairs. Call 509-662-8039.
2 strikes on Cruz. Haythorne for a quick punch out. Upstairs, and it doesn't get the top rung. Count is 1-2. Now Cruz from Carolina, Puerto Rico. Top ranked out of Puerto Rico, the number 3rd ranked shortstop. Here's the 1-2. Slider away, he takes, and the count evens. He was the 8th overall player from the islands. Obviously went to Miami, Ohio for his first year. Great season there. Batting .385 as a freshman. Now he's on his way to, well, the OSU Beavers. 2-2 pitch. Inside, and it hit him. Right on the lead leg. A hit by pitch to start the day, and that's not what Haythorne was expecting. Haythorne got 2 strikes on Cruz early, and then watched him just slip away from him. And now it's Maverick Russell, the DH today for Corvallis. And Russell, he's been hot in the postseason, batting .400. Went 2 for 3 against Ridgefield. Another left-handed batter. Haythorne's pitch. Upstairs for a ball. Now Russell on loan from UCLA. One of the best Division I baseball teams in all of college baseball. Returned to Corvallis. Played with them last year. And he's here with them again in 2026. And they're now playing for a championship. As Haythorne picks off to first and Cruz in there safely. And Cruz there at first base, similarly, just as hot as Russell is. Batting .500 on the dot. Went 3 for 5 against Ridgefield. 1-0 count on Russell. As Haythorne from the stretch kicks and deals. That's right down Main Street, and Russell takes it for strike 1. 89 miles an hour with the fastball from Haythorne. He's got velocity when he needs it. And the Sox need it right here in the championship game. They're scoreless here in the top of the first. The 1-1. Ground ball, a chopper to Dunn at second. Flipped to second just in time for the outs. But no, Reese Vassar collided with Cruz, who was sliding in. The ball popped out of Vassar's hand. And second base umpire Bryce Reeves says, hey, he lost it. And thus, Cruz is safe at second base. And that is the definition of unfortuitous for the AppleSox. I mean, ground ball, that was a bit of a high chopper to Dunn. He could have just thrown to first for the easy out, but he wanted to try and turn 2. So I had to wait for it to get to him. Flipped to second base. It looks like they are going to say that Cruz is out. They have a conversation, and they do confirm that Cruz is, in fact, out. There was some confusion there. Obviously, Reeves was indicating that, hey, it seemed as though he was saying that he was safe. When they have a conversation, they conclude that, yes, Cruz is, in fact, out. So, 1 away here and still 1 runner on. Russell now at first base. He takes the place of Cruz. And here comes Ethan Porter batting in the 3-hole. His first offering, he takes it down the middle for a strike. 1 away here, top of the first, and we're still scoreless. Porter at the plates, batting from the right side. The first righty that Haythorne's seen today. And Porter, he's a Beaver. Just played his first year with Oregon State. He batted .293 with them. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And he spikes the slider in the turf. Morisaki has it bang off his chest, but they keep Russell at first. And Porter, he's got the orange bats, orange barrel with the black handle, OSU colors. 1-1 offering on the way from Haythorne. Check swing on the slider away. He does not go. It's ball 2. And Porter was a real huge contributor in that win against Ridgefield. 3 for 3. 1 double and a triple as well. He's been clutch for him. Will he be clutch here? 2-1 pitch. Porter lined the opposite way and into right field down the line. Fields gets to it. They're waving Russell around third, a late stop sign up. It's a double for Porter, and it kicks Russell all the way to third base. Now, the Knights have runners on second and third early on in this championship game. It was just out of the reach of Paxton Bigby at first. And a line drive the opposite way. It goes all the way down the line. They thought about sending Russell, but a late stop sign thrown up by Brooke Knight there, coaching third base for the Knights in his 18th season as the head coach. Brings up Dakota Chun, another left-hand batter. Freshman from Honolulu with 2 runners in scoring position. Haythorne's pitch. Fastball low and away. He takes it for a ball. And there's one out here in the top of the first, but Corvallis threatening early. It's a 1-0 count. Haythorne from the windup now with runners on. Here's the pitch. Fastball inside. It eludes the corner. It's back-to-back balls on Chun. And Chun just played his first year with the University of Portland. There in Oregon, now with the Corvallis Knights. Haythorne winds and delivers the 2-0. Line drive to center field. That's going to score Russell. Will it score Porter? Yes, it will. They're waving him around. The throw is cut off. One swing, 2 runs from Chun, and the Knights strike first. And Chun has been electric in the postseason. He keeps it going here in the championship game. He's batting .400. He was hitless against the Ridgefield Raptors. Now he gets a hit here against the AppleSox early on. It's 2-0 Knights. Here's Ryan Severance. Slider in there for a strike to start him out. And the Sox have seldom given up a lead early on. And they've done it here in the championship game. In the game you would not like to see them do that. It's 2-0 Knights. 0-1 count on Severance. The offering from Haythorne. Fastball ran it inside, and it evens the count at once. And Severance really helped the Knights win that game against Ridgefield. 2 for 3, 3 RBIs, and he had 2 doubles as well. Now a runner on first base and only 1 away. Here's his 1-1 pitch. Slider low and away. It's a ball. Yeah, Severance from UC Santa Barbara. True freshman. Got 21 games of action there. And this Knights team, very young. A lot of freshmen, a lot of incoming freshmen as well. 2-1 count on Severance with 1 away. Haythorne. The motion and the pitch. High and tight. It's ball 3. Haythorne's showing some struggles here early on.
Issued at 6:46 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. The National Weather Service in Spokane has issued a flash flood warning for the Little Giant Burn Scar in central Chelan County in north central Washington until 9:40. Cause mudslides near steep terrain. Issued until 9:40.
As home plate umpire Jim Courtney checking something with Medina, and they're all good to go. They have both settled back in. Haythorne peers in and gets his signs. Comes sets with 2 runners on and 1 out here in the first. The pitch. Low and away for a ball. Cam Medina out of Patterson, California. He was a 32nd ranked outfielder, and he's the 167th overall player in the States. He's got a 1-0 count with 1 away, 2 runners on. Haythorne's pitch. Slider misses below the knees for a ball. And Mitch is struggling here early on. Unable to get into the zone, and when he has, the Knights have been able to, well, put barrel to ball and able to find some outfield grass. 3 hits here in the first. 2-0 count with 1 away. The offering to Medina. On the corner for a strike. Obviously, Haythorne had a great season for Wenatchee in the regular season, picking up 46 strikeouts to get 100 career strikeouts on the dots. He picked up 6 against Kelowna in the very first game of the postseason. 2-1 is slapped foul to the left side and well out of play. He's got 2 strikes on Medina now. 2 balls as well. Only 1 out and 2 runners on. Severns at first, Chun at second base. Haythorne looks to seconds. Now delivers the 2-2. Hit high to left field, but shallow. Young gives a little bit of ground, reaches up for the catch, and that's out number 2. Here comes Kellen Segal, redshirt sophomore from Lynn Benton Community College. And now in his 4th year as a Corvallis Knight. Started in 2023, came back to him in 2024 and 2025, and now here in 2026. He had a great season with them in 2025, batting .230 and stealing 15 bases. He played 30 games that summer. He's got 2 outs here, 2 runners on. Pitch from Haythorne. On the hands, popped up to the right side, drifting into foul ground. Bigby calls off Morisaki, can't make the catch. It hits off the screen, ricochets, and it looks like it might have caught Bigby somewhere on the body. And he's hunched over. He's one of the members of the coaching staff for Corvallis checks on him. He was about to make that catch right in front of their dugouts. And now he'll walk slowly back to first. It's 2-0 Knights here, late in the very top of the first inning. We just got underway here in the West Coast League Championship game, and Haythorne getting into some trouble early on. Obviously, gave up those 2 runs off the RBI single from Dakota Chun, who is now at second base. Ryan Severns at first with a single right after it. It was 3 straight hits, basically, for the Knights there to tally those 2 runs. And they're really checking on Bigby here to make sure that he's okay. Quincy Vassar goes out along with the trainers to give him a look and make sure that he is, you know, all good to go, and everything's in its right place. And while they take a second here to check on him, let's talk about Banner Bank. At Banner Bank, we're excited to cheer on the Wenatchee AppleSox at home and away games. Banner Bank, member FDIC. We're huge fans of local sports in the community and proud to support AppleSox baseball. We hope to see you at the ballpark. Banner Bank, member FDIC. Well, now it's serious. You got Mitch Darlington coming out to check on him as well. They're taking a long time to make sure he's okay. Yeah, Bigby ranged over from first base right into foul ground in front of the Corvallis Knights dugout, right where the netting is here that protects the crowd. He got right up next to it and was trying to make the play. It hit off the screen, so it was a dead ball. Hit off the screen, and then he must have lost it after it ricocheted off it. And it might have clipped him off somewhere on either the head, the shoulder, the arm. Not sure. It kind of happened in the blink of an eye. And they're working on his leg, his left leg to be exact. As Darlington and Vassar are still talking to him. Obviously, the at-bat will continue for Kellen Segal once they're done with this. And it's 2-0 Knights leading here in the top of the first inning. Only 1 away. Pardon me, 2 away. Obviously, they cut down Cruz in that almost double play that was turned to start the inning. And then they got the flyouts from Medina to left field for Young. And they're still talking to him. So either Bigby's, got shaken up there or he's being a drama queen. We're not sure exactly. Here in the West Coast League Championship game, last game of the summer. The Sox had a great season to get themselves here, as did the Corvallis Knights. Coming from behind, basically, to win the second half for the South Division, get the second seed. As Bigby is no worse for wear. Back out there at first base. Vassar and Darlington walk back to the dugout, as do the trainers. And finally, Sagal will get to continue his at-bats. He's got no balls and 1 strike on him. And there's 2 away with 2 runners on. Severns at first, Dakota Chun at second base. And obviously, because it took so long, Mitch Haythorne's going to get a few pitches here to warm up and get back into his groove. And obviously, having a little bit of a not expected start for him. Obviously, giving up these 2 runs early on in the game. It's 2-0, Knights leading. The Knights representing the South Division, the Sox representing the North Division. The Sox hosting this game today because, well, they were the best team in the West Coast League. Best record. Won the first half and won the second half as well. Finally, Sagal climbs back in from the right side. 0-1 count. Haythorne delivers. Lined to right field. Right at Noah Fields, who barely moves, makes the catch, and that's the side. Retired. Corvallis strikes first here in the championship. 2 runs off of 3 hits. No errors. And they leave 2 men on base. 2-0, Knights on top as we head to the bottom of the first on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Summer starts with membership at the Rack.
With great power comes great responsibility. And here in Chelan County, we take these words to heart. We stand on the shoulders of innovators. These leaders risked everything on hydropower. And today we are responsible to serve the residents of Chelan County. We serve with dedication and grit. And we'll never forget a commitment to make electricity affordable for everyone.
Fifth, it's Ryder Young. Batting 6th, it's James Castanola. Batting 7th, it's Paxton Bigby. Batting 11th, it's Kanoa Morisaki. And rounding it out, it's Reese Vassar at shorts. On the mound for the Corvallis Knights, it's Micah Hagler, the right-hander, making his 5th appearance of the summer, his 2nd start as well. He's the kid from Burien. And he's got Dunn here to start the game. A 36-game on-base streak for Dunn. Yet to have a game as a Sock where he's not reached first base. As Hagler gets his signs, takes the breath, now winds and delivers. Fastball, low and inside. Dunn does not offer. It's ball 1 to start the at-bats. Obviously, Haythorne getting into some trials and tribulations there in the top of the first, giving up 3 straight hits to score those 2 runs. 2 runs. 1-0 count on Dunn. Here's the pitch. And he fouls this back and takes a piece out of Chun behind the plates. And it's strike 1. The Knights have Chun behind the plates, Porter over at first, Cruz at second, Marasco at shorts, Severns at third, Garvey in left, Medina in center, Garvey in rights. Even count here on Dunn in the leadoff spot to start this bottom of the first. Hagler's pitch. Dunn shoots this on the ground the opposite way and just foul. Severns at third thought about making a play, but it is foul. Two strikes on Dunn. Hagler would love to start his day with a punch-out, and he's got Dunn in a good spot to do it. Nobody on, nobody out here, bottom of the first. Hagler shakes off Chun, now agrees on a sign. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging. Top of the zone, 90 miles an hour, and Dunn didn't know what to do with it. Day starts with a K for Hagler. Now 1 away and still no one on for Noah Fields. Brings a 12-game on-base streak into today. He takes a deep breath as he climbs into the right side. No batting gloves for him. As Hagler winds and fires. Swing and a miss. On the fastball again, 90 from Hagler. He's got decent velocity, and right now the Sox just can't catch up to it. It's 2-0 Knights here in the bottom of the first. The championship game as Hagler delivers. Paints it on the bottom outside rung. And 2 strikes now quickly on Fields. 1 away, no one on. Bottom of the first. Hagler for back-to-back punch-outs. Chopped foul right into the AppleSox dugout. Count stays put at 0-2. And the Knights able to catch the Sox sleeping there in the top half of the frame, tallying 2. Now a quick strikeout to start the day for Wenatchee. 0-2 the count on Fields as Hagler delivers. Ground ball to short. Marasco takes a funny hop on him, but he collects it and throws to first for the out, and there's 2 away.
Now batting number 22, Landon White.
Here comes Landon White, 2 outs, no one on. Hagler got the strikeout on Dunn swinging to start the inning. Just got Noah Fields to ground outs. Now he's 1 out away from facing the minimum here in the first inning of the championship. Now Hagler, obviously a junior from Seattle University. Started at Bellevue Community College. He was a Bulldog. Now a Red Hawk. Spent the last 2 years in Seattle. An impressive sophomore year for him, a 3.66 ERA with 35 strikeouts. He delivers to Whites. Misses with the fastball just outside. Good take by Whites. The count's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 outs. No one on. Blank canvas for Whites. As Hagler agrees on a sign, kicks and deals. Now White just fouls off the breaking ball. The count evens up at 1s. One ball, 1 strike on White. 2 outs, no one on. Knights on top, 2-0. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball missed inside, kind of brushed Landon White back. It almost nicked him, but it's ball 2. Hagler, deep breath on the mound. 2-1 counts. He would love to face the minimum. Here's the pitch. Chopper to third, and just foul. Severance plays it to the left side of the bag. Count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and still 2 outs. Knights leading 2-0 here. The last game of the summer. Sox hosting it here at their home ballpark at Paul Thomas. 2-2 count. Hagler shakes off Chun. Now nods and now delivers. High line drive to left field, down the line, and foul as it bounces in the AppleSox bullpen. It's a long strike from Landon White, and we'll do it again. 2-2 still the counts. And Landon White has been great for the Sox here in the postseason. Batting .333, very consistent. 4 RBIs in total, 2 doubles. He went 2 for 5 against the Bells, helping the Sox beat him 18-4. That's what got him here to the dance. Now things starting off on the wrong foot. It's 2-0 Knights on top, and the Sox 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. 1 out away from Hagler facing the minimum as he winds and delivers. Off the hands, shot high to right field, right at Garvey, who waits for it for the catch and the outs, and the Sox go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base, and the Knights still lead. It's 2-0 as we head to the second inning on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Getting bored with the white walls in your...
So here's what we won't do. We won't let self-doubt win again, because we're working on something more real. With a coach who doesn't just spot you, but sees the real you. And a personal plan made for wherever you are.
Elbows in.
Because we know fit looks different for you, and her, and them. So that self-doubt, yeah, not today.
Come on, Riley, let's go!
Because you have people who believe in something more real. Like you. That's Anytime Fitness. That's Real AF.
One thing we like, it's choices. Pat Armstrong Ford is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains, get your ideal combination of power and capability. With gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it. Stop by Pat Armstrong Ford today for your vehicle, parts, and service needs. 703rd Street Southeast in East Wenatchee, just up the street from Costco.
Hey, grab me one too.
Second, where Zane Garvey leads off, then Joey Marasco, and then atop of the order, Diego Cruz. Haythorne on the mound. From the windup, delivers to Garvey. Flinch of the hands at a pitch low and in, does not offer. It's ball one. And this game not starting the way the Sox wanted. Coughing up 2 runs and then going down with a whimper in the first. 1-0 pitch to Garvey. Hard ground ball to first. Bigby wears it off the chest, but he collects it off the dirt, takes it himself for the outs, and there's one away here in the second. There's a great crowd here for the championship game. Every single seat packed. All these fans crammed in here like sardines in a can. Here's the bottom of the order, Joey Marasco. Right-handed batter, no one on, 1 out. As Haythorne winds and fires. Line drive right back up the middle and into center field. That's a 1-out single from Marasco. And the Knights have some traffic here in the second. Now Haythorne really having no solution for the bats for Corvallis at the moment. He gave up 3 hits there in the first. A double to Ethan Porter. Then a 2-run single to Chun. And then another single to Severance. Now it's top of the order, Diego Cruz, who started this game by getting hit by a pitch. And, of course, Cruz, red hot here in the postseason. He's batting .500 on the dots. He went 3 for 5 against Richfields. Currently 0 for with that hit by pitch to start the game. He's got a runner on first. Here's the first pitch to him. High and tight for a ball. I mentioned it before, Cruz, one of the top-ranked prospects in Puerto Rico. 3rd overall shortstop, 8th overall player. 1-0 count with 1 out. Haythorne's pitch. High and away, ball 2. And after just 1 season with Miami, Ohio, he's moving on to the Oregon State Beavers, one of the better teams in college baseball. 2-0 count on him. The offering from Haythorne. And Cruz takes this on the outside corner, and Haythorne clips it for a strike. And Cruz, he batted .385 with Miami, Ohio. He also stole 23 bases. He is a speed threat if he gets on base. 2-1 pitch on the way to him. Serves this up high to center field. Drifting towards the left center field alleyway. Doyle ranges over for the catch, and that's out number 2. Here's Maverick Russell. Reached via the fielder's choice in the first and came around to score off the single from Chun. Of course, it's 2-0 Knights leading here in the championship game. And Russell's got 2 outs, but a runner on. Marasco's still at first base. Had the single a little bit ago. As Haythorne gets his signs, set from his belts, delivers. Runner takes off for second base. Throw down, gets away from Vassar and into center field. Marasco gets into third base easily. And like that, now the Knights have run number 3, 90 feet away. And the pitch was a ball on Russell as well. It's kind of a lose-lose situation there for Wenatchee. You missed for a ball, and then the throw got away from Vassar into center, allowing Marasco to take third. As Russell taking his time to get back into the box. Haythorne is ready to go. He's trying to work as quickly as he can. He now winds and delivers the 1-0. Fastball a mile high and a mile outside. Wasn't even close. It's ball 2. Knights leading 2-0 here. We're in the top of the second inning, the championship game. 2-0 pitch on the way. Pulls it inside, right past the toes of Russell. And the count 3 balls, no strikes on the 2-hole hitter. Russell on loan from UCLA. Returning to Corvallis for his second summer here. He's got a 3-0 count. Here's the pitch from Haythorne. It's right down the gut for a strike. Now Russell didn't play at all with UCLA this year. Sat out, making up for it with some time here with the Knights. He's got a hitter's count. The pitch from Haythorne. Ground ball up the middle through the legs of Haythorne into center field. That's an RBI single, and the Knights extend their lead. Here comes Mitch Darlington out of the dugout, points down the bullpen, and that's it for Mitch Haythorne. Your WCL pitcher of the week gets chased down at today's game after just 1 2/3 innings pitched, coughing up 3 runs. And we'll see who the Sox are calling out of the pen. It's Joe Thornton, the lefty from Tonasket, running out from the bullpen. He'll take the rock from Haythorne. We'll talk about him in just a little bit here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hey, AppleSox fans, let's talk about community. Today's broadcast is proudly sponsored Salcedo Group of Companies, now celebrating 25 years of HVAC, electrical, and high-scale development excellence right here in the Valley. But Salcedo is more than business. They actively back over 70 regional schools, nonprofits, and teams. From global philanthropy to the home turf, Salcedo is proud to be locally grown and dedicated to our community. Thank you for investing in our Valley. Salcedo Group of Companies.
NCW.news is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.news provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.news and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.news for local news you can trust.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
Hi folks, Kelly Herschel from Valley Tractor and Rentals, your one-stop Kubota shop. Kubota and Valley Tractor is keeping it simple. You want the best-selling compact tractor? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact excavator? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact skid steer? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling diesel zero-turn mower? Buy a Kubota. You want the best? Buy a Kubota. Kubota and Valley Tractor since 1948, Baker Flats, East Wenatchee.
Joe Thornton comes out of the pen for the AppleSox, facing Ethan Porter to start his day. Gets him to line out sharply to Fields in right field. And that's it for the side here in the top of the second inning. The Knights get 1 run off of 2 hits, no errors. They do leave 1 man left on base. They extend their lead to 3-0. We're into the bottom half where the Sox will swing it on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Get drawn for Raceway Riches at 12 Tribes Casinos, and your horse will be a guaranteed winner. One lucky guest will be...
Summer starts with membership at the Rack. Pack your calendar with Camp Rack, swim and tennis lessons, summer swim team, indoor and outdoor pickleball, tennis tournaments, play programs, and so much more. It is so easy and fun for the whole family to stay active and fit all summer long when you join the Rack.
So here's what we won't do. We won't let self-doubt win again. Because we're working on something more real. With a coach who doesn't just spot you, but sees the real you. And a personal plan made for wherever you are.
Elbows in.
Because we know fit looks different for you, and her, and them. So that self-doubt, yeah, not today.
Come on, Riley, let's go!
Because you have people who believe in something more real. Like you. That's Anytime Fitness. That's Real AF.
Tee it up at the Three Lakes Golf Club in Malaga. call for your next tee time. Visit threelakesgolf.com.
Time's rolling after the final inning. Visit missionridge.com to learn more.
Zach Doyle leads off for the Sox here in the bottom of the second. And the first pitch to him is just low and just inside for a ball. And Thornton came out of the pen there for the Sox in the top of the second. And he came out, really shot out of the cannon. One pitch and one out to get out of the side. It's a 1-0 count here on Doyle. Hagler steps back, now delivers. Fastball, the two seem to be exact, misses just a bit outside, and the count now 2-0. Doyle with a 12-game on-base streak. Walks more than anybody in the entire team, 25 walks so far this year. He's got a good approach at the plates. Here's his 2-0. And he crushes this on a line drive to a right field, and that is going to one off the wall. Doyle's on his way to second. He's in there with a stand-up double to start things here in the second. He is hyped. And this crowd had fallen asleep, and now they have been woken up by that double from Doyle. Here comes Ryder Young. The low rider had a big swing against the Bells to start that game. Got the Sox on the board in that North Division Championship. They ended up winning 18-4. Sparked, of course, by Ryder Young. He's got a runner on second now. That's Doyle with the stand-up double a second ago. Hagler delivers to Young. Breaking ball, high and tight. Young doesn't offer. It's ball one. One-0 count. No outs. Runner on second. Sox trailing by 3 runs. It's 3-0. Knights on top. Hagler from the stretch for the first time tonight. He'll kick and deal. Young takes it inside for ball 2. Young, he's been hotter than anybody else on the team here in the postseason. Batting .461. 3 for 5 against Bellingham. 2 RBIs and the home run as well. 2-0 counts. Pitch to him. Hagler will pick off to second instead. Doesn't even throw. Holds on to the baseball. And Young recently changed his walk-up song. It was Low Rider by War, and changed it to an NBA Youngboy song. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Painted on the corner for a strike. And since changing his walk-up song, Young is batting .600 on the dot, gain on base at a rate of .667. He's slugging .1200, and put together, he's got an OPS of 1.867, just shy of 2,000 on the OPS. Here's his 2-1 pitch. Top shelf, that's a ball. And of course, like I said, batting .461 in the postseason. He's been coming up big, game after game. Now no better time to do it right here. Hitters count 3-1 with Doyle at seconds. The pitch. Fouls this back right to the screen, and the count is now full. It's 3-0 Knights. Bottom of the second inning, early on in this WCL championship game. They struck first in the first inning, tallying 2. And they put up 1 there in the top of this inning. Now the Sox would like to play some catch-up here. Full counts. Hagler set from the belts. The payoff. High and tight, ball 4. And this crowd loves it. There's not an open seat in sight here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Sox fans showing up for the AppleSox here in the postseason. James Castagnola, captain consistent for the AppleSox. A 27-game on-base streak. Batting .300 on the dot in the postseason. No better time than right here to stay consistent. Swap spots with Doyle at seconds. No outs here. Hagler, he delivers. High and tight again, misses the corner. It's ball 1. Castagnola was with the Sox in 2024, the year that they made it to this game and lost to the Pickles. It is a familiar sight for Castagnola. 1-0 counts. Here's the pitch. Inside again, brushes past his chest. Ball 2. Zach Doyle at second base, Ryder Young at first, and Castagnola at the plates. 2 balls and no strikes, no outs. We're in the bottom of the seconds. Hagler, the pitch. Top shelf and on the rung for a strike. And a good pitch there by Hagler. Still a hitter's count for Castanola, 2-1. As Hagler gets his signs, comes sets from just below his belt. Deep breath. Here's the offering. Inside ball 3. And Castanola knows when to take a free pass. And he also knows how to hit with some power. But he has no extra base hits here in the postseason. No doubles, no triples. He'd like one right now to break the cycle. 3-1. Hitters count on Castanola with 2 runners on, and the Sox down by 3. The pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. Back-to-back walks from Hagler, and the bases are loaded for the Sox with no outs. This is a scary sight for Corvallis. Paxton Bigby with the bases loaded and no outs. Bigby, of course, the 3-run home run against Bellingham to put the Sox on top. And a mound visit here at top to Hagler. This inning getting away from him a bit. The double from Doyle to start it. Then Ryder Young drawing the walk. And Casanola's walk right there. Bigby, an 8-game on-base streak. He's batting .583 in the playoffs. No, that's not a typo. You're not mishearing me. He's batting .583. He's brought in 5 runs off of his barrel. 3 for 4 against the Bells. Bases loaded, 1 swing, scores 4. Change for a nickel, as we'd say. Hagler from the stretch. The pitch. Bigby takes it low. And his home crowd starting to get fired up with the bases loaded and no outs. Hagler, the kick and the pitch. That's in there for a strike. And Bigby trying to see some pitches here. Find something he likes. And if he gets a good pitch, right field looks nice. Let's see what happens. Upstairs, ball 2. Bigby takes a deep breath as he climbs back in. He wants to come up clutch for the Sox. He's been doing it all postseason long. And they ask a little bit more from him right here in the championship. Fouled off to the netting, and the count evens at 2s. And a championship game like this, every moment, every single bases loaded opportunity gets your blood going a little bit. Heart rate beating. 2-2 count on Bigby. Still no outs. Still the bases loaded. Hagler delivers. A weak swing and a foul ball to the left side. Out of play. Bigby able to stay alive. It's Zach Doyle at third. Ryder Young at second. James Castanola at first. Bigby at the plate. A 2-2 count. Hagler gets his signs. Here's the offering. Inside, it just misses the corner for a ball, and the count is full. A walk scores a run. They got nowhere to put Bigby. Hagler's guys back against the wall. 3-2, bases loaded. Corvallis up by 3, and the Sox with an opportunity to change that quickly. Pay off to Bigby. Off the end of the bat, a dribbler up the middle, out of the reach of Hagler. The shortstop, Marasco, has no play anywhere. Everybody's safe. Everybody up 90 feet, and the Sox score.
Now batting number 11,
A single for Bigby, a swinging bunt. And it ends up working to score Doyle. And the Sox are on the board. It's 3-1. They're still down by 2, but there's still no outs. And the bases are still loaded. And here comes Saki, your switch-hitting catcher from the left side. Hagler, the breath and the pitch. Fastball in the inside corner. That clips it for a strike. And Saki, your Tommy Watanabe Award winner. That was announced in Game 2 against Kelowna. He's got himself in a big spot here Still no outs, and the base is still loaded. Hagler kicks and delivers. Ground ball off the hands, weakly to second for Cruz. Options at the second for the out, the throw to first, and they can't get the double play. Saki able to break it up. Young scores, and the Sox are within 1 run. Here's Reese Vassar, the bottom of the order for the AppleSox. Now runners on the corners. Morisaki at first, Castanola at third. And it's now 3-2. Sox have clawed 2 runs back here in the second inning, off of 2 hits. One from from Zach Doyle, the leadoff double, and he came around to score. Then the swinging bunt single from Paxton Bigby. Vassar batting from the right side. He's batting .300 in the postseason. The offering. Line drive into center field, and that will fall in for a hit. We are tied. Castanola scores. It's 3-3 here in the championship. That's been his bread and butter all postseason long. Vassar serving them up to shallow center. It comes up big here to tie up this game, and now you got the top of the order. Raphael Dunn up to bats. And the Sox were looking sleepy after that first frame. Obviously giving up 2 runs, then going down in order. Now they've put up a 3 spot here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Dunn. Line drive through the left side and into left field. The hit train keeps on rolling. They hold Morisaki at third, and the bases are loaded again with only 1 out here in the seconds. And Hagler just doesn't know what's hitting him. Doyle started with the double. Ryder Young drew the walk, as did Castanola. Bigby with the swinging bunt single, able to score a run. And then Kanoa Morisaki with the fielder's choice to bring home the first one. Here's Noah Fields, and here comes a mound visit for the pitching coach for the Corvallis Knights. Comes out to talk to Hagler. Things getting away from him here. They have a man warming up in the pen. The question is, will they go to him? So they're having a conversation on the mound. Hagler obviously haggling to see if he can stay up on the mound to handle things in here in the bottom of the second. Base is still loaded, and there's still only 1 away. And as they're talking about this, let's take a second to thank the Tap Room by Hellbent. Are you ready to embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley? Well, look no further than the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing, where the vibrant energy of Pybus Market meets a delightful world of craft beer and gourmet cuisine. So Hagler wins the discussion. He'll stay on the mound. He'll face Noah Fields with the bases loaded. Fields, the kid from the Pacific Northwest, batting from the right side. A 12-game on-base streak. He grounded out in the first. He would like to make it 13 games on base. His first pitch. Slider pulled away. Chun had to dive to smother it. It's ball 1 on Fields. And Fields had a bases-clearing double against Bellingham in the North Division Championship. He's got the table set here. Bases loaded. 1-0 count. The pitch. Chopper to third, but foul just over the head of Severns and down to the left field berm. Sox wearing their red jerseys today. They wore them in the North Division game. Now they're wearing them here in the championship. They are 14-2 this year when they wear reds. Corvallis wearing their black jerseys with the gray pants. It's a 1-1 count on Fields, and the base is loaded with 1 out. Pitch from Hagler. Slider inside, and Fields flinched away from it and misses for ball 2. Sox have Morisaki at third. He's 90 feet away. Vassar at second. Raphael Dunn at first. Those back-to-back hits from Vassar and Dunn to get them on base. Now 2-1 the count on Fields. Ground ball to short. Marasco fields it, throws to second, but not in time. They can't get done, and that scores a run. Saki scores. The Sox take the lead. It's 4-3 in the WCL. WCL championship. And that's a heartbreaking play there from Marasco at shorts. Was just out of his range. He was there to get the glove to it, but couldn't get the relay in time to be able to catch Dunn. He's in safely. Saki scores, and the Sox go up 4-3 here in the bottom of the second inning. And the Knights are calling to the pen. That's it for Hagler. It's Cooper Markham coming out of the pen. We'll meet him and talk all about him here in just a little bit. 4-3 your score here. Sox on top in the championship, and you're listening to it only on the AppleSox Radio Network.
When saying goodbye feels overwhelming, Brookside Funeral Home is by your side. The Moeller family and our staff, now serving the Wenatchee Valley with the same award-winning compassion and dedication we have shared for years as an independent, locally owned funeral home. Brookside Funeral Home, helping you honor life and celebrate memories. Brookside Funeral Home, here for you when it matters most. Learn more at brooksidefuneral.com.
Discover what Premier Senior Living is all about at Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care in beautiful Wenatchee. Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care communities provide seniors with a stress-free style of living that enhances the mind, body, and spirit. There's always so much going on, from shopping trips to gardening to fitness activities. Plus, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that trained care staff are present 24/7. Schedule a private tour experience at Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek.
Hi, this is Jeff Rounds, president of Libke Insurance. Accidents can happen to anyone at any time without warning. At Libke Insurance, our goal is to provide help before you need it. The right protection, competitive rates, and caring professionals. That's value. That's Libke Insurance. Don't be caught without the right protection. Peace of mind is just a call or click away. Let's talk today.
Libke Insurance. Call 888-902-1800. Online at Libke.com.
Knights call the pen here in the bottom of the second. And this pitch and change brought to you by Valley Tractor. At Valley Tractor Rentals, they promise to deliver best-in-class customer service before, during, and after the sale. And their people make sure that promise is kept. Cooper Markham, the righty, comes out of the pen for the Knights. He draws Landon White here with the bases still loaded. First pitch, shot off the end of the bat to second. Cruz, the flip to second base, the relay to first in time. One pitch and a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play leaves the bases loaded for the Sox, but not before they take the lead. 4 runs here in the second, off of 4 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Sox take the lead 4-3. As we head to the third inning, Joe Thornton still on the mound. Stick around to see what happens here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball...
With great power comes great responsibility. And here in Chelan County, we take these words to heart. We stand on the shoulders of innovators. These leaders risked everything on hydropower. And today we are responsible to serve the residents of Chelan County. We serve with dedication and grit. And we'll never forget a commitment to make electricity affordable for everyone.
Drive-through to get all your questions answered and prescriptions filled. Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy, 509-662-5801 and at 820 North Chelan.
Dakota Chun leads off for the Knights here in the top of the third inning. He takes the first pitch high and tight for a ball. It's 4-3 Sox leading here. He took the lead there in the bottom of the seconds. Has Thornton on the mound from the third base half of the rubber. Kicks and deals. The sweeper swept a little too far low. It's ball 1. Ball 2. And the Sox are down 3-0 going into the seconds. and then got them all back there. Flurry of hits to score those 4 runs. 2-0 pitch, inside, ball 3. And Thornton came out of the pen there in the top of the second inning to take over from Mitch Haythorne, who got the start. And on one pitch was able to get out of the frame. He delivers the 3-0. Right down Main Street for a strike. And Haythorne came out of the pen. And when I say he was shot out of the cannon, he really was. He ran out of the bullpen all the way to the mound, trying to get the team hyped up. 3-1 pitch on the way at Chun. Swing and a miss. The fastball at 89. Thornton muscles it past Chun, and he fills up the count. For the first strikeout tonight for the AppleSox, Thornton, the windup, and the payoff. He got him. Swing and a miss on the sweeper. Thornton starts the third with a strikeout. That's the first for the staff tonight. And Wenatchee has hit the corner here. Came out flat to start this game, giving up those 2 runs in the first, and then 1 in the second as well. But, of course, able to put up that 4 spot in the second, and they've really turned things around. Here's Ryan Severance. His first pitch is on the bottom rung, perfectly placed, strike 1. Severance 1 for 1 today, a single in the first, 1 of the 5 hits for Corvallis today. And Joe will deliver the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the changeup. Now 2 strikes on Severance. He calls time here to adjust his wrist guard. He's got the wrist guard on and the leg guard. He's batting from the right side against the lefty, Joe Thornton. 0-2 count. Thornton for back-to-back strikeouts. He got it again. Changeup disappeared on Severance. He chased after it, and that's the second strikeout for Thornton. Two away for Max Medina, the incoming freshman, on his way to Cal Poly. He'll be a Mustang next year. Batting from the left side against the lefty Joe, who we talked to in the pregame interview today. Kind of expected that he was going to come in to pitch at some point in this game, and not quite this early, though. First pitch to Medina on the inside corner, but just misses for a ball. And Medina flew out to Ryder Young back in the first, so he's 0 for 1. Thornton climbs back up on the mound. 1 ball, no strikes, but 2 away. Here's the pitch. Sweeper, too low. It's ball 2. Medina getting the start today in straightaway center for the Knights. Now the home plate umpire, Jim Courtney, going out to talk to Joe Thornton. And he's asking him to toss out that ball and to give him a new one. Clearly something wrong with that baseball. And now Courtney will settle back in behind the plate. It's 4-3. Sox are leading here. We're in the top of the third. Corvallis gone out to an early lead, 3-0. A 2 spot in the first, and then they scored 1 in the second. And the Sox got all 4 runs in the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 count. Pitch from Thornton. Slider in there for a strike. That slider has just got insane movement from Thornton. Started on basically Medina's right shoulder and fell right over the heart of the plates. Here's the 2-1. Fastball in the outside corner, but just a ball. It eludes the edge. And now a hitter's count for Medina. 2 outs here in the top of the third, both coming off swinging strikeouts from Chun and Severance. Thornton kicks and deals. Ground ball, a chopper to second for Dunn. Sets his feet, throws. There's the outs. 3 up, 3 down, go the Knights. No runs, no hits, no errors, and of course, nobody left on base. It's still 4-3, Sox leading by 1, and we're into the bottom of the third. You're listening to it on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Wenatchee businesses, step up to the plate.
So here's what we won't do. We won't let self-doubt win again. Because we're working on something more real. With a coach who doesn't just spot you, but sees the real you. And a personal plan made for wherever you are.
Elbows in.
Because we know fit looks different for you, and her, and them. So that self-doubt, yeah, not today.
Come on, Riley, let's go.
Because you have people who believe in something more real. Like you. That's Anytime Fitness. That's real.
For the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year. Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank, member FDIC.
Joe Thornton has been efficient here in the championship. Only tossed one pitch in the second to get out of the side, and then faced the minimum, retiring the side in order in the top of the third. We're into the bottom half, where Zach Doyle leads off for Wenatchee. Markham on the mound, who took over for Hagler. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Off the hands, fouled back, and Doyle starts the at-bat with a foul ball. Cooper Markham, the right-hander, he's 6'3" and 230 pounds, from the University of Oregon, so he's a Duck. Freshman from Enumclaw, Washington. 0-1 pitch on the way to Doyle. A mile high. It got away from Chun on a beeline to the backstop. It's ball one. The last time Doyle was up, leadoff double to start the seconds. And came around to score. That was that fourth spot the Sox put up off of 4 hits. Again, Doyle leading off here, bottom of the third inning. Here's his 1-1 pitch. Check swing on a pitch downstairs. He does not go. They check down to J.T. Rentschler, the third base umpire. He says he does not go. It's 2-1. Sox still leading 4-3 here. Bottom of the third inning. Well, about a third of the way into this championship game. Markham, the pitch. Inside, just barely missed Doyle's toes. So now it's a hitter's count, 3-1. Comfortable day here in Wenatchee, 76 degrees. And that wildfire smoke making a nice little blanket, wrapping up everybody here at the ballpark. 3 balls and 1 strike with no outs. Markham's pitch. Inside ball 3. He chucks the twig. He races down to first base. A leadoff walk for Doyle. And the Sox are looking to extend that lead. Here comes Ryder Young. Drew a walk in the second and came around to score as well. One of the 4 runs that scored for Wenatchee in that bottom of the second inning. Markham now with a runner on first base. From the stretch, they'll kick and deal. Young takes this low and away. It kicks away from Chun, rolls to the backstop, and Doyle will stride easily into second. He's in scoring position. Base hit to the outfield would score Doyle and extend the lead for Wenatchee. It's 4-3 here. Bottom of the third inning. WCL championship game. The last game of the summer for all the marbles. It's a 1-0 counts. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Young swung out his shoes on the fastball, about as middle as you can get. 95 miles an hour from Markham. And there's a reason why he's with the University of Oregon. One of the top Division I baseball programs in the country. As Markham delivers the 1-1. Young takes away, and it kicks away from Chun again. Doyle will trot into third. 2 fast balls now has Doyle 90 feet away. Two balls and 1 strike on Ryder. It's been red hot, batting .461 here in the postseason. Those 2 games against Kelowna and the game against Bellingham. Here's his 2-1. Shot to right field, shallow, but Garvey's there for the catch. Doyle tags the throw to the plate, well late. Head first slide for Doyle, and the Sox extend the lead. It's 5-3. Sac fly for Ryder Young. RBI and allows Doyle to score. Counts James Castanola. Table wiped clean, so no one on, but 1 out. And Markham coughing up an early run here in this frame. And comes sets from his chest and delivers to Castanola. And Castanola basically threw the barrel at this ball and just fouls it off to the right side. And Markham this season with the Ducks made 9 appearances, all of which were in relief. He finished with a 4.70 ERA. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Slider on the outside corner for a strike. And Markham struck out 7 batters, but also walked 7 as well. So finishes dead even on the strikeout to walk ratio. He's got an 0-2 count on Castanola. Here's the pitch. Sailed right past the head of Castanola. He ducked out of the way. That's a little deja vu for him. He got hit by 2 pitches in that Bellingham game. One that hit him basically on the chin, and the other one between his shoulder blades. Obviously, he does not want to get hit again. He's already got enough bruises. 1-2 delivery. Slider away, and Castanola holds up. Count evens at 2s. 5-3. Sox lean by 2. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Championship game. 2-2 pitch. High and tight, barely grazed the knuckles of Castanola, and the count is full. And Castanola's got the makings of a quab here. Full count with 1 out. The pitch. Got him swinging. 95 miles an hour blown past Castanola. He goes down swinging, and here comes Paxton Bigby. And as hot as Ryder Young has been this postseason, Bigby has been, well, even hotter. Batting .583. He's picked up 5 RBIs, and he went 3 for 4 against Bellingham with that 3-run home run. Here's his first pitch. Upstairs, he thought about offering. He does not, and it's ball 1. And that fastball, 97 miles an hour for Markham. He has got some serious heat, the most we've seen all year. 1-0 offering downstairs this time. It's back-to-back balls. The first one upstairs, second one downstairs. Markham gets his signs. 2-0 count on Bigby with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that hit off the inside part of his barrel for a foul ball back to Chun's glove. Just barely. I mean, Bigby barely flinched his hands and must have just got the bat around enough to clip a piece of the timber. So it's a 2-1 count, and here's the next pitch. Ground ball weakly up the middle to short for Marasco. On the run, hurries the throw, and just beats Bigby at the base. And that's it for the Sox here in the 3rd, but they managed to score 1 run off of no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. The sac fly from Ryder Young extends the lead for Wenatchee. It's 5-3 here in the championship. We're into the 4th inning on the AppleSox Radio Network. AppleSox.
One thing we like, it's choices. Pat Armstrong Ford is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains, get your ideal combination of power and capability. With gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it. Stop by Pat Armstrong Ford today for your vehicle, parts, and service needs. 703rd Street Southeast in East Wenatchee, just up the street from Costco.
Makes everything about that moment better. A cold, refreshing Pepsi. See what I mean? It's like music to my ears. Hot dogs. Better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Sox extend the lead in the 3rd. Now we're into the 4th, where Kellen Sagal leads off for the Knights. And the first pitch to him is high and away for a first pitch ball. And as Ryder Young with the sac fly to right to be able to tally that run in the 3rd. It's 5-3. Thornton on the mounds. 3rd base half of the rubber. He'll deliver. Slider just eludes the outside corner. It's ball 2. And Sagal just finished his 3rd year at Lynn Benton Community College. He sat out his sophomore year. Had a good season this past spring. Here's his 2-0. Popped up in the infield, right side, drifting back, drifting foul, and out of play. He had 305 this year with Lynn Benton. He stole 22 bases. At 6'2" and 190 pounds, it's just very athletic from him. And obviously in his 4th year now as a Corvallis Knights. He's come back year after year after year. Here's a 2-1. Line to the right side. It splits it, falls into right field. A leadoff single to start things in the 4th. And with that single now, Sagal's 1 for 2 today. Now it brings up Zane Garvey over 1. Grounded out to Big B to start the 2nd inning. And of course the Knights still able to tally 1 there in that 2nd frame. They scored 2 in the 1st to start this ball game. Then got 1 in the 2nd. And the Sox got 4 in the bottom half of that frame. Here's first pitch on the way to Garvey. Yanked outside. It kicks away from Saki's glove. And that allows Sagal to trot easily into seconds. And Garvey, the sophomore from Beaverton, Oregon, at Western Oregon University. He's played 2 years there. He had 306 this past spring in 50 games played. He got a lot of action there and made the most of it. Here's his 1-0. Fouled back to the netting. Count evens at 1s. And Garvey switching sides, switching allegiances in the West Coast League South Division to be specific. He was with Portland last year. Played 9 games, only batted $125, picking up only 2 hits. Now he's with the Corvallis Knights and having himself quite a good season. Batting .420 here in this postseason. He was hitless against Ridgefields. He's hitless so far tonight. The 1-1. Slider right in there for a strike. And again, the movement from Thornton is nasty. 2 strikes now on Garvey. With runner at second base, no outs here top of the 4th. Sox holding on to a 2-run lead in the championship. Thornton. Here it is. Got him swinging. The slider made him look silly. Thornton gets his 3rd, and there's 1 away here in the 4th. And that slider has been what Thornton's going to early and often today. And this is really the most amount of trouble he's gotten into with a runner on second base. He sat down the side in order in the 3rd. Was able to get out of the 2nd with only throwing 1 pitch. Here's Joey Marasco, your starting shortstop today for the Knights. Bang from the right side. And his first pitch, the slider right down Main Street for a strike. It's 79 miles an hour with that slider sweeper basically for Thornton. And he's able to just command it so brilliantly. You're seeing it here in this championship game. Thornton called out of the pen early today. 0-1 count on Marasco. Runner dancing off the second base. Thornton picks off to 3rd, and they got him. Sagal was trying to pick up the timing of Thornton. He steps off with a fire to 3rd, and they're going to bang him for a balk. They're going to say that he did not step off the rubber when he threw to 3rd. And for that reason, the balk moves Sagal into 3rd base. Man, what would have been a real good pickoff to cut down that runner now moves him 90 feet away. And the count's still 0-1 on Marasco. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to 2nd. Dunn, who's playing back, he gathers it, throws to 1st for the outs. That scores Sagal, and that balk proves disastrous for the Sox. So Corvallis cuts the lead to just 1 run for the AppleSox. It's 5-4. And the lineup card flips over for Diego Cruz, who is still hitless today. Was hit by a pitch and then flew out to center. Thornton delivers the first offering. A swinging, running slap punt to the right side. Thornton takes it himself, flips to Bigby for the out. What just happened? Diego Cruz was looking like a softball player running out of the box as he just threw the bat at it to hit it a little weak, chopping ball down the first base line. Thornton shows off the athleticism, gloves it, and flips to Big D for the out, and that's the side retired. Only one run off one hit for the Corvallis Knights. No errors, nobody left on base. Sox still lead by 1 run. It's 5-4. We're into the bottom half here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Summer starts with membership at the Rack. Pack your calendar with Camp Rack, swim and tennis lessons, summer swim team, indoor and outdoor pickleball, tennis tournaments, play programs, and so much more. It is so easy and fun for the whole family to stay active and fit all summer long when you join the Rack.
So here's what we won't do. We won't let self-doubt win again. Because we're working on something more real. With a coach who doesn't just spot you, but sees the real you. And a personal plan made for wherever you are.
Elbows in.
Because we know fit looks different for you, and her, and them. So that self-doubt, yeah, not today.
Come on, Riley, let's go.
Because you have people who believe in something more real. Like you. That's Anytime Fitness. That's Real AF.
Community newspapers. Stay informed with the news from the Lakeshore. Visit ncw.news for local news you can trust.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
Saki leads off, bottom of the fourth. 1-0 count to him. Here's the pitch from Markham. And it just misses the bottom rung. It's ball 2. And Thornton was able to limit the damage there in the top half of the fourth inning, only allowing 1 run to the Knights. It's 5-4. Sox leading by 1 run. 2-0 count here on Saki, who starts it out. Markham from the stretch delivers. On the upper outside corner for a strike, and Markham just paints it. It's the first strike to Murasaki. And Saki brought home a run with the fielder's choice back in the second to score 1 of the 4 runs for Wenatchee in that frame. Here's his 2-1. High and away, an easy take, and it's ball 3. Saki's been hitless in the postseason thus far. Did pick up 4 walks against Bellingham. And he's on the verge of another one right here. Markham gets his signs. And he pitches. Ground ball to second. Right at Cruz, who gloves it on the forehand. An easy flip to first for the first out of the fourth. Here's the final hitter, Reese Vassar. Big swing into second. A single up the middle to score a run and kick off the scoring for Wenatchee. They tallied 4 in that second inning, and they lead at 5-4 here, bottom of the fourth inning. As Markham delivers, high and tight, kind of bent Vassar out of the way. It's ball 1. I mentioned Markham from Enumclaw, Washington. Last year, he was the 3rd-ranked right-handed pitcher in the state of Washington. It's the 1-0 offering on the inside corner for a strike. And you see why. His fastball running up to the mid-90s. He's hit 97 at one point. The fastest that we've really seen all season here at Paul Thomas. He'll kick and deal the 1-1. Slider, and that's in there for a strike. Some good movement there. Just painted on the outside corner. And Markham was the 10th overall player in the state of Washington in the 2025 recruiting class. That's why he's at the University of Oregon. Here's the 1-2. Inside on the corner for strike 3. They get Vassar looking, and he did not agree with the call.
Now batting, number 16, Raphael Dunn.
Top of the order now, Raphael Dunn. 2 away and still blank canvas. Murasaki started the inning with a ground out. Vassar just got caught looking there. And now Dunn's got one of the worst at-bats in baseball. 2 outs, no one on. He's bound from the left side. He's 1 for 2 today with a single. Drew is on base streak to 37 games. He takes the first pitch, a slider in there for strike 1. Now, with With that single, Dunn has reached base in every single game this season as an AppleSox. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Pitch from Markham. Foul back to Chun's glove, and Dunn falls behind 0-2. He's yet to have a game where he's not reached first base. And Dunn putting together an all-star caliber season. Went to the all-star game. He batted .328 at the end of the regular season. Batting .429 here in the postseason. No balls and 2 strikes on him. Markham to retire the side. They got him. Swinging strike 3. Markham sits down the side in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base, but the Sox still leading by 1. It's 5-4. We're heading to the 5th inning. You're listening to it here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station.
Tee it up at the Three Lakes Golf Club in Malaga. Give us a call for your next tee time. Visit threelakesgolf.com.
The 12 tribes have always roamed these lands. And today, guests at 12 Tribes Lake Chelan Casino follow in those footsteps, sharing with friends and family, gathering for games and celebrations. Here, where it's far from the ordinary and close to the adventure, the freedom to explore still whispers to those who listen.
First pitch. It's a leadoff hit by pitch to put him on base. The Knights have some early traffic here in the 5th. Now it's Ethan Porter, who was 1 for 2 today. Had a double in the first, came down to score. Then he flew out to Fields in the top of the 2nd inning. He's got a runner on first now, as Thornton will kick and deal. Misses low and away with the fastball. It's ball 1 on Porter. Now Porter led the Knights 4 RBIs in the regular season, 35. He's batting .400 here in the postseason. He was flawless against Ridgefield, going 3 for 3 in that South Division Championship game, with a double and a triple as well. He's been swinging a red-hot bats. 1-0 pitch is skipped in the turf right off the chest of Morisaki. It's 2 balls, no strikes now on Porter. Now Russell over at first base to led off this inning with the hit by pitch right on his basically right leg. He's a left-handed batter. Porter batting from the right side against the lefty Joe Thornton. Here's the 2-0. Low and away, 3 straight balls. And the Sox wearing their red jerseys today. Corvallis wearing their black jerseys. Both teams playing for a championship here today. 3-0 pitch. On the top rail for a strike. Thornton able to battle back into the count. And still a hitter's count, though, for Porter. 3 balls and 1 strike. He's going to get something to hit here. And if that double in the first tells you anything, he can hit to the long part of the yard. Here it is. Inside on the back foot for ball 4. Back-to-back free passes from Thornton. And he's showing the first cracks here tonight.
Now batting number 17,
Now it's Dakota Chun. 2 on, no outs here in the top of the 5th. Russell at second, Porter at first. Nobody warming up for the AppleSox in the bullpen. They got confidence in the lefty Thornton. Here comes Mitch Darlington to go out and have a conversation with him. And again, the Sox lead 5-4 here in the West Coast League Championship game. They got punched in the mouth to start the game, giving up 2 in the first and 1 in the second. And, of course, that gave Corvallis an early 3-0 lead. And the Sox able to claw them all back in the bottom of that second inning, putting up 4 to take the lead. Obviously, now their back's kind of against the wall. Now in the top of 5th inning, 2 runners on and still no outs. And while Darlington talks to Thornton there on the mound, I think it's time for This Day in Baseball History, presented by NCW News, the NCW News Network, accurate and intensely local news from North Central Washington. Check ncw.news for community stories every day. And on this day, August 13th, in 2012, the year that the AppleSox won the WCL championship, East Wenatchee native and Wenatchee Valley College outfielder Jordan Osborne went 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs to propel the AppleSox to a 6-3 win and a series-clinching victory over Bellingham in the East Division Series. The AppleSox scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th to give Wenatchee the lead after trailing 2-1. Now it's Dakota Chun, batting from the left side against the lefty Joe. As he comes set, takes the breath, now delivers. Chun squares to bunts. He pushes it through the ball but doesn't catch any of it, and strike 1. Now Chun 1 for 2 today. 2-run RBI single in the first. That got Corvallis on the board. And then Chun went down swinging to start things in the third. That was that 3-up, 3-down inning that Thornton spun. He's got himself into a jam here with 2 on and no outs. Here's the 0-1. Chun squares the bunt again, pulls it back, and the slider just can't find the zone. And the unpaid officials are not happy with that call. Jim Courtney's got balls and strikes stay behind the plates. Thomas Glynn's at first, Bryce Reeves at second, JT Rentschler over at third. 1-1 offering. Here it is from Thornton. Chun squares the bunt, pulls it back, and it's downstairs for ball 2. The Knights have Ethan Porter at first base. He drew the walk. They got Maverick Russell at second, who was hit by a pitch to start this inning. Chun at the plates. 2 balls and 1 strike, no outs. Thornton's pitch. Chun squares the bunt. He can't get it down. It's strike 2. They backpick to first, and it hits off the body of Dunn, who was covering first base. Luckily, it doesn't kick far enough away for anyone to advance. Runners stay put. 2-2 now the counts. Thornton could get the strikeout. And still 2 runners on. Thornton from the stretch. Here it is. Popped up high in the air for Vassar at short. Drifting back into shallow left field. He's called off by Ryder Young, who runs all the way in. Hauls it in for the catch, and that's out number 1. Here's Ryan Severns. 1 for 2 today, a single and a strikeout. The exact same thing that Chun had. Now he's got 1 away, but still 2 runners on. As Thornton looks to second, gets his signs, comes set from his belts, third base half of the rubber. And he delivers to Severance. And it's hit high to the right side, but falling foul and well out of play. Severance on loan from UC Santa Barbara. Played his freshman year there. 21 games this spring. He batted .225. 9 hits in total, 3 doubles, no triples, and no home runs. They would like him to come up clutch here. 0-1 the count, and 1 away. The next pitch is a mile high for ball 1. And Severance getting the start today at third. Had 45 hits in the regular season for the Knights, along with 23 RBIs. He was great for them. And they'd like him to be great right here. Possibly swap spots with Russell at second. 1-1 pitch. Here it is from Thornton. Slider just misses the outside corner. Home crowd doesn't agree. It's ball 2 nonetheless. And this is one of the best crowds we've had all year for the AppleSox. Comparable to what you saw on July 3rd, fireworks night here, which what feels like a long time ago, back in July, early July. 2-1 pitch. Severance takes it in the dirt, and now the hitters count for him, 3 balls and 1 strike. And of course, Wenatchee hosting all the playoff games this year. For them, at least. They were the best team in the West Coast League to end the regular season, and thus the highest seeded team out of anybody. 3-1 offering. Severns cracks this on a line to left field. It falls on one hop in front of Young, and it kicks away from him. It gets behind Young in left field. He bobbles it 3 times as Russell scores and Porter scores in the blink of an eye. One swing from Severns, and the Knights have taken the lead. It's 6-5 here in the WCL championship. And the lights were too bright for Ryder Young in left field. Got completely eaten up by that line drive. He came in too far on it. It hopped over his head. And then when he went back to play it, Butterfingers, he just bobbled it in his hands and in his glove and couldn't get it in. And so it's a double for Severns. And it scores 2 runs here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's a pitch on the way to Medina. Smokes this to the right center field gap. Falling quickly. Doyle dives and it gets behind him. They're going to wave Severns around third. Late stop sign. It's a double for Medina. And the Corvallis Knights exploding here in the 5th. They're really just taking the Sox by surprise. And now it's Kellen Sagal. So back-to-back doubles. First from Severns, now from Medina to score those 2 runs. Now runners on second and third. Medina at second, Severns at third for Kellen Sagal, who's 1 for 2 today. Singled in the 4th, came around to score off the sac fly from Marasco, who bats in the 9-hole. Next offering on the way here. First offering, I should say, to Sagal. Here it is from Thornton. And he'll step off the mound. 6-5. Knights have taken the lead here in the 5th inning. 2 big swings from Severns and Medina. First offering on the way to Sagal. Weak wave and a miss. Lost his grip on the bat. And the 0-1 count now for him. Now Thornton. He did cough up 1 run in the 4th. Now he's given up 2 here in the 5th. 0-1 count on Sagal. The windup and the pitch. Another wave and a miss. Again on the breaking ball. Sagal just hasn't had a response to it. Quickly an 0-2 count here on Sagal. He's got 2 runners on, both in scoring position, and a 1-run lead at 6-5. Knights on top. They took it here in the 5th. Thornton for the strikeouts. Ground ball, soft chopper to short. Vassar on the run. The throw to first. The stretch by Bigby, and it kicks away from his glove. He can't haul it in. Sagal is safe. Severns scores, and the Knights make it 7-5. The Sox had the lead coming into this frame, and they've coughed it up, and the Knights are just putting their foot on the gas. Here's Zane Garvey. As Saki will call time here, the home plate umpire, Jim Courtney, writing something down in his book. Runners in the corners here for the Knights. You got Medina at third and Sagal at first. RBI single, a second to go. A little chopper to Vassar. He threw on the run, and Bigby couldn't quite complete the play. Had to dig the ball out of the dirts, and it spat out of his glove. Now, like I said, Zane Garvey batting from the left side. They're starting right fielder today for Corvallis. 0 for 2, ground out and a strikeouts. Now he's got runners in the corners. Only 1 out here, top of the 5th. Runners trying to steal second. They'll allow him. Thornton steps off. He was not ready, was not looking. Sagal swipes second base. He doesn't really have a throw to second. He can't afford to allow Medina to score. So now runners on second and third. Things keep going from bad to worse here for the AppleSox in the 5th. Thornton now delivers the first pitch to Garvey. Sword swing for strike 1. He fooled him pretty bad with the slider. Again, runners in scoring position for Garvey. Sagal at second, Medina at third, 90 feet away. The 0-1. Another swing and a miss on the slider. And Garvey's got 2 strikes on him. And again, there's only 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Knights have already struck for 3 runs off of only 2 hits. Pardon me, 3 hits. 0-2 count on Garvey. Thornton. Here's the pitch. Spun him around, strike 3. 3 straight sliders. Garvey didn't learn his lesson. It's the 4th tonight for Thornton, and he's got 2 away here in the 5th. Here comes Mitch Darlington to go out to talk to Thornton. Points down in the bullpen, and that's it for the lefty. They'll bring in Easton Brooks out of the pen to take over for him. And we'll talk about him in just a little bit here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Summer starts with membership at the Rack. Pack your calendar with camp, rack, swim, and tennis lessons, summer swim team, indoor and outdoor pickleball, tennis tournaments, play programs, and so much more. It is so easy and fun for the whole family to stay active and fit all summer long when you join the Rack. Summer classes and camps are filling fast, so don't delay. Call the Rack today. That's Wenatchee Racket and Athletic Club, or use the Rack app for program registration. See all the details at rack.org or call 662-3544. The Rack, where we play every day.
Link Transit is your free, clean, and safe ride to where you need to go. Whether you need to go to work, school, run errands, or taking a day trip to Leavenworth or Chelan, Link can take you there. Save gas and don't worry about parking. Plan your trip with Google Maps, Apple Maps, or the Transit app. Skip the fuss. Take the bus with Link Transit.
Come experience the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing at Pybus Public Market, your family-friendly destination for exceptional craft beer, great food, and a welcoming atmosphere. With 20 rotating taps featuring Hellbent craft brews and local ciders, plus a full bar and local wine list, there's something for everyone. Their chef-driven seasonal menu showcases the freshest local ingredients with bold American and Pan-Asian flavors in every dish. Open daily, visit the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing and embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley.
Joe Thornton implodes here in the top of the 5th inning. He gives up 3 runs to the Knights, and they take the lead here in the West Coast League Championship game. The final line for Thornton, he pitched 3 innings of relief, taking over for Haythorne in the 2nd. He allowed 4 hits, 1 walk. He did strike out 4, but does give up 4 runs. So now it's 7-5. The Knights leading by 2 runs. Now up on the mound, it's Easton Brooks, the right-hander from Herman, Utah. He's 6'4", 190 pounds out of Utah Tech, and returned to Wenatchee. Pitched with them last year. He's been having a great season with the Sox up until this point. Here in the postseason, he's got Joey Marasco, the bottom of the order. 2 outs and 2 runners on, both in scoring position. Medina at 3rd, Sagal at 2nd. And Marasco batting from the right side. Brooks delivers to him. Fastball, center cut for a strike. Now, Brooks has been one of the best relieving arms for the Sox all year. Coming in clutch moment after clutch moments. Now, this is about as clutch as it gets. Here about midway through this championship game, and the Sox trailing by 2. They've coughed up the lead here in the 5th. 0-1 pitch to Marasco. Squares the bunt, yanks it back, pitches inside for a ball. And the Knights have just really caught the Sox sleeping here in the 5th inning. Obviously a hit by pitch to start the inning, then a walk to Porter. Double from Severns to score 2 runs. Then a double from Medina, then an RBI single from Sagal in the infield. Still 2 away though. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit high to the right side, but foul and out of play. Now Marasco, he's been productive for the Knights today. Singled in the 2nd, came around to score. Then he had a sack. He had an RBI ground out in the 4th to score Sagal, who of course now is at 2nd base. Medina at 3rd. 2 strikes on him though. Here's a pitch to him. Fouled back out of the glove of Morisaki, and Marasco stays alive. Brooks would like to get out of Dodge here. Come in and basically get out of the 5th inning. Limit the damage. There's 3 runs scored already for Corvallis in this frame. They lead 7-5, top of the 5th. Still 2 strikes on Marasco, 1-2 the count. Brooks to end the inning. Wave and a miss. On the slider in the dirt, Morisaki throws to first to complete it, and Easton Brooks gets the Sox out of Dodge. Knights score 3 runs here in the 5th off of 3 hits, no errors, and they strand 2 runners on base, both in scoring position. They take the lead 7-5 into the bottom half of the 5th, midway through this game here on the championship for the West Coast League on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Let's give a big hand to a proud sponsor of today's game.
With great power comes great responsibility. And here in Chelan County, we take these words to heart. We stand on the shoulders of innovators. These leaders risked everything on hydropower. And today we are responsible to serve the residents of Chelan County. We serve with dedication and grit. And we'll never forget a commitment to make electricity affordable for everyone.
With news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.News and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.News for local news you can trust.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
Knights are rolling with Markham here into the bottom of the 5th. Fields leads off. He falls behind 0-1. Next offering on the way. In there again for a strike, 0-2. And Fields has dug himself into a hole. Knights leading 7-5 here. And into the bottom of the 5th inning. And a strike for 3 runs there. Really punched Thornton in the mouth and ran him out of the game. Easton Brooks taking over for him on the mound. Markham still on the bump for the Knights, though. Delivers the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And Fields goes down with a whimper on 3 straight pitches, and there's one away here in the 5th.
22,
4th strikeout today for Markham. Came out of the pen in the 2nd inning to relieve Hagler, who got the starts. And he's been great. Obviously able to hold the Sox only 1 run after that. 7-5 your score. Here's Landon Whites. As Markham comes sets from the stretch, he delivers. White takes the slider, and it's on the bottom rail for a strike. And Landon White 0 for 2 today. A flyout, and then inning-ending double play in the 2nds. He'd like to turn his day around right here. 0-1 count, the pitch. Chopped through his legs and fouled to the AppleSox dugouts. And we've been seeing straight heat from Markham on the mound for the Knights. Run the fastball into the mid-90s. 95, 96, reaching up to 97 at one point. He's got one away here in the 5th, the strikeout from Fields. And he's got Landon White right where he wants him, 0-2. Can Markham get back-to-back punch-outs? Yes, he can. Another weak wave and a miss on the slider. Back-to-back Ks, and there's 2 away here in the 5th. Here's Zach Doyle, 2 away, and still no one on. Markham trying to hang an efficient frame here. He sat down the Sox in order in the bottom of the 4th. Now he's 1 out away from doing it here in the bottom of the 5th. And Markham only up to about 36 pitches here. He's been efficient out of the pen. He delivers to Doyle. Line drive up the middle and out of the reach of Marasco at short. Trickles into center, and Doyle breaks up the flawless frame. That's what you needed if you're the Sox. You got a little flat here in the 4th and 5th inning, allowing the Knights to take the lead 7-5. And you get a single there from Doyle. Now you got Ryder Young. Sack fly in the 3rd to score Doyle. Now he's got him at first, but still 2 away. Markham would like to get out of this situation. First offering to Young. Slider away. Young thought about swinging, holds up, ball 1. And Young also drew a walk back in the second, came around to score. 7-5 your score here in the WCL Championship. It's the Knights up by 2 runs. Markham comes set from his chest. Deep breath. They'll pick off to first. And Doyle was barely off the base. He's in there safely. And Doyle had 8 stolen bases in the regular season. Joined the team late in the second half. And really got out to a tear as soon as he got here. And he's doing it in the postseason as well. Batting .214. Went 2 for 6 against Bellingham. 1-0 pitch. And said Markham will pick off again. And again, Doyle in safely. Again, they're trying to keep a close eye on him. What the Sox would love right now is for Doyle to swipe seconds, get him in scoring position for Young to hit something to the outfield and cut the lead to only 1. Again, it's 7-5. Knights leading by 2. Markham sets. He kicks and he deals. A mile high. It's ball 2. Zach Doyle at first base. Ryder Young at the plates. There's 2 away here in the 5th. Young waves the bats. 2-0 count on him with 2 outs. Pitch from Markham. He'll pick off the first again. Bang, bang play, and they got him. Doyle can't believe it. He thought he snuck the hand in, but Porter was there to just lay the tag on him, and that retires the side. No runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base for the AppleSox. Young is going to have to continue his at-bat in the 6th inning, and the Knights, well, they hold on to the lead. 7-5. We're into the top of the 6th on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Weekly.
Just steps away. Reserve your perfect spot today at ColvilleCasinos.com. 12 drives, Colville Casinos. Far from the ordinary, close to the adventure. Diego Cruz leads off for the Knights here in the top of the 6th, and they lead at 7-5. Brooks, first offering on the way to Cruz. Slaps it foul to the left side and well into the night sky. And Brooks took over for Thornton in top of the 5th and was able to get Marasco swinging to end that inning and get out of Dodge. 0-1 count here on Cruz. Brooks, deep breath. The windup, and now the pitch. Swing and a miss on the heater upstairs. 92 from Brooks. He's got 2 strikes on Cruz. Oh, and 2 the count. Nobody on. Cruz leading off here in the 6th. Brooks for the strikeouts. Cut back to the netting, and Cruz lives to see another pitch. And Cruz, still hitless today, grounded out in the 4th with that kind of softball swinging bunts. And he flew out to straightaway center in the 2nd. No balls and 2 strikes. Brooks' pitch. Lines to left field. Young going back, and it falls in front of him for a base hit. Cruz is hard around first. He wants to. The throw to the plate is not in time. Cruz, a hustle double to lead things off here in the 6th, and the Knights are not going away. So now it's Cruz's first hit of the ball game. He was hitless up until that point. And he's able to sneak a double into left field and brings up Maverick Russell. 1 for 1 tonight with an RBI single in the 2nd. Was hit by a pitch and reached via fielder's choice other than that. And 7-5. Sox lean by 2. Russell batting from the left side. Brooks pitching from the right side with the runner on second base now. He delivers to Russell. Fastball blown away, and that's a ball. 1-0 the count. No outs. Leadoff double from Cruz has him at second base. And the Knights would love to extend their lead here at 7-5. They're up by 2. As Brooks looks to seconds. Now kicks and deals. Russell slapped on a line down the third base line and right to the left field berm. Foul. And the count now 1-1. Now Russell. Again, like we said, played for UCLA, but didn't get off the bench at all this spring. Redshirt this year. Making up for it with some reps here in Corvallis. He was with them last year. He's with them here this season in the championship game. As Brooks. Here's the 1-1. Fastball high and away. It got away from him at 91. Now it's 2-1. And Cruz there at second base, the leadoff double to start this frame. He was just able to deposit it into left field and hustle his way into seconds. 2-1 the count on Russell. Brooks glances at second. Here's the pitch. Cruz takes off for third. The pitch is low, and he coasts into third base with a stolen base. And the Sox just haven't been able to contain the Knights on the base paths. A couple of stolen bases here tonight. And it's why the Knights are leading 7-5. Hitters count for Russell, 3-1. Infield in. Brooks' pitch. Russell, a blooper to left, falling quickly. Young makes the catch. Cruz tags at third, but does not have the option of going home. Great catch by Ryder Young in left, and that steals a hit and an RBI away from Russell. Ethan Porter now, right-handed batter. 1 for 2 today, I should say. Double in the first. That proved fruitful. He came around to score. Then he flew out in the seconds. Drew a walk in the 5th. Runner on third for him. And he takes the first pitch, a slider on the outside corner for strike 1. It's Diego Cruz there at third. Had the double to start this inning, then stole third base. He's 90 feet away at 7-5. Knights leading by 2. Brooks. He sets from the third base half of the rubber. Here's the 0-1. On the hands, popped up to the right side. Dunn and Bigby converging, and it's Bigby who makes the catch in foul ground. Cruz tags, thought about going home. He got about halfway down the line, threw on the brakes, and rushes back into third. Man, that was close for the AppleSox. They hold Cruz at third base. There's 2 away here in the top of the 6th. And that leadoff double by Cruz. And Brooks has an opportunity to strand it. And here comes Dakota Chun. He was 1 for 3 today with a single in the first. That scored 2 runs. Pitch to him. Spiked in the turf. Morisaki keeps it in front. And it's ball 1. No margin for error here this late in the game, and this close of a game as well. It's 7-5 in the championship. This is what you were hoping for, an exciting game, and it really has been through all 6 innings thus far. 1-0 offering. Here it is to Chun. Slider on the top rail for strike 1. And you got 2 Honolulu kids here at the plates. Morisaki catching behind the plate, and Chun batting from the left side of the plates. 1-1 count with 2 away. Brooks' pitch. Fastball just low, just away. Misses by a hair. It's ball 2. Brooks would love to hang a 0 here. And Strand Cruz at third, who had the double to start this inning. And Brooks comes set from his belts. Here's the pitch to Chun. Fastball inside, and it misses the corner. Again, by just a hair. The home crowd here growing restless. It's a hitter's count now for Chun with 2 away and a runner on third. They got a 2-run lead, and they could make it a 3-run lead. The offering. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. He just got a piece of that ball, fouls it off into Saki's glove, and the count is full. Easton Brooks, 1 strike away from stranding that runner at third. Gets his signs. He shakes off Morisaki a few times. He likes this one. Let's see who wins this battle. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Easton Brooks, a swinging K to get out of dodge, and they strand Cruz at third base. No runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left there in scoring position. The Knights still lead at 7-5, but that's just what the Sox need. We're into the bottom of the 6th here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hi, folks. Kelly Herschel from Valley Tractor and Rentals.
So here's what we won't do. We won't let self-doubt win again. Because we're working on something more real. With a coach who doesn't just spot you, but sees the real you. And a personal plan made for wherever you are.
Elbows in.
Because we know fit looks different for you, and her, and them. So that self-doubt, yeah, not today.
Come on, Riley, let's go.
Because you have people who believe in something more real. Like you. That's Anytime Fitness. That's Real AF.
One thing we like, it's choices. Pat Armstrong Ford is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains, get your ideal combination of power and capability. With gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it. Stop by Pat Armstrong Ford today for your vehicle, parts, and service needs. 703rd Street Southeast in East Wenatchee, just up the street from Costco.
Out to end the top of the 6th inning and strand Diego Cruz at third base, 90 feet away. The Knights still lead it 7-5. We're into the bottom of the 6th, where Ryder Young leads off for Wenatchee. After him, James Castanola and Paxton Bigby after him. Of course, Markham still on the mound for the Knights. And we got the WCL Commissioner, Rob Nyer, on the headset with us, as Markham, from the stretch, will kick and deal to Young. And that's in there for a strike. And Nyer, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Obviously, a very exciting game here today.
Yes.
7-5, very close.
And it feels like we got a lot of baseball left, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. This game seems like it's moving by pretty quick, but still plenty of game left, and a lot that can happen, especially in the West Coast League. 0-1 pitch on the way to Young. He slaps it foul to the right side, and the count now 0-2. And, of course, Knights got out to an early lead. Obviously putting up 2 in the first and then 1 in the third. And the Sox able to claw it back, all 4 of those runs coming in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Making it interesting, really. Refusing to go down without a fight. As the count is 0-2 on Young. Markham, he's hunting the quick punch-outs. Here's the pitch. Misses with the breaking ball in the dirts. Now you've been running the West Coast League, watching the Sox play this year. What have you been most impressed with Wenatchee, this run they've gone on?
Oh, gosh, this has been a whirlwind of a season with a lot of great storylines all around the league and some teams that have been beat up over the years and looked real good this season.
Young cracks this high to center field. Medina settles underneath it. He's got it for the catch, and there's one away here in the 6th inning.
It's interesting. The season can seem like a grind day to day, and then when it's over, you can't believe how fast it went. It's a very strange temporal sensation.
I agree. I mean, this is going to be my last few days here in Wenatchee, and I head back to school. And I remember waking up this morning thinking, I can't believe this is the last game of the summer. This is it. It felt like it went by in a flash.
Yes.
James Castanola now, one away here, bottom of the sixth. And the Sox still trailing by 2. As Markham, he's set, the breath, and the pitch. Slider in their first strike. And this AppleSox team has had a real revolving door of faces. A lot of different guys coming in game after game, series after series. It's kind of typical for the West Coast League. You get a crew of people coming through. 0-1 pitch, hits him on the back. Castanola chucks the twig, chucks the leg guard and the Avo shields. He's been getting hit time and time again this postseason, and puts him on first base here the painful way.
Now batting number 25, Paxton Bigby.
Here's Paxton Bigby. I'm glad I'm not Castanola. Obviously, looking at the velocity for Markham today, it's been in the mid-90s, 95, 96, 97. Safe to say you don't want to get hit by that.
I don't know how they do it over and over again and just run down to first base like no big deal.
Bigby shoots us off the hands to third. Severance on the run. He throws to first. They got the out there, but Castanola is able to run into second, so he advances, but there's 2 away here in the sixth. I will say, I remember growing up playing baseball, I think the fastest pitch I ever got hit with was 88. It got me on like the tricep on my left arm. And that was where I realized I wasn't going to play college ball. I was like, yeah, that was too painful.
And you probably had a lot of black and blue and then purple and green and all sorts of strange colors.
It went through the whole rainbow, basically. Yes. And then, that was the moment where I was like, this isn't for me. I like the headset. It's nice and comfortable, not painful. Here's Morisaki, runner in scoring position, but 2 away here in the sixth. His first pitch, breaking ball. It's in there for a strike, and he takes. And Morisaki was the Tommy Watanabe Award winner for the AppleSox, embodying the most love for the game of baseball. And really, that's what he does. He loves this game. A multi-tool guy with a smile every single day. The 0-1, cut on and missed. That's really what the West Coast League is about at the end of the day. It's just enjoying the game.
You have to, right? Because you played all spring, and now you're going to go someplace else and play for another month or 2.5 months maybe.
0-2 the count on him. He's in a hole early.
You got to love it.
Markham would like to retire the side here and strand Castanola at seconds. Can he do it? Slider up and in. Man, a little chin music for Saki. It's the first ball of the at-bats. And yeah, a lot of these guys possibly playing a full season with their school in the spring, and then coming in possibly playing a full season here in the summer.
Yes.
A lot of baseball. 1-2 the count with 2 outs. Markham. The breath and the pitch. Just misses inside by a little bit. It's ball 2.
And then guess what? Some of these kids are going to go right back to school next week and start it all over again.
Yeah, right into fall ball.
Yep.
Trying to win themselves some starting spots. A lot of guys here, maybe redshirted this past year or didn't play very much, and they're trying to win that starting spot by the numbers they put up here in the summer. 2-2 count with 2 outs. Markham, the delivery. Wave and a miss. 95 miles an hour with the fastball, and Saki just really couldn't compete. It's strikeout number 6 for Markham, and that retires the side here in the 6th. No runs off of no hits, no errors, but 1 man left in scoring position. The Knights hold on to that 7-5 lead, and we're into the 7th inning here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
With great power comes great responsibility. And here in Chelan County, we take these words to heart. We stand on the shoulders of innovators. These leaders risked everything on hydropower. And today we are responsible to serve the residents of Chelan County. We serve with dedication and grit. And we'll never forget a commitment to make electricity affordable for everyone.
So
Sox got some traffic on there in the bottom of the sixth, but ended up stranding them at second base. And the Knights lead 7-5. We head to the seventh inning here in the WCL championship game, the last game of the summer. It's Ryan Severns who leads off for the Knights. Max Medina after him, Kellen Sagal to round out your top three guaranteed Knights here in the seventh inning. Brooks winds and delivers. And top shelf, and it misses for a ball. Rob Nyer still on the headset with us here, the commissioner for the WCL. In the last game of the summer, it's been a long one. It's been a fun one as well.
It feels like it's more too.
1-0 count here on Severns as Brooks long holds, now winds and fires. Paints it on the outside edge for a strike. A great crowd on hand here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. And they love to chirp time and time again. 1-1 counts. No outs on Severns. Here's it is. For a strike. Center fielder today for Corvallis. Here's the pitch. Fastball, two-seam that ran away. Here's ball one. That's fun that you get to see a lot of incoming freshmen like Medina. Kids who are just getting into college baseball. And they get to get a little taste of it here. Them in the spring. 2-1.
Yeah, I don't know.
Foul, a little weak defensive swing, and he fends it off.
And I believe Kellen's heading to the University of Oregon this fall.
And he's been at Lynn Benson Community College for the past 3 years. Like you said, moving on. That's part of the reason why, again, you play in the West Coast League is get noticed by some of those teams.
That's exactly right.
Help get recruited. 0-1 the count with one away here, top of the seventh. Brooks, the kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss, top shelf heats. And Sagal couldn't catch up. 2 strikes on him with a runner on first base. And there's 1 away here in the 7th. Knights, of course, lead 7-5. It's a WCL championship. So what it's all about right here, last game of the summer. It all comes down to this. As Brooks glances at first, he comes set from his belts. 4 of the strikeouts. And he'll pick off the first. Just building the anticipation there. Grow the moments. Delay a bit. And you got Sagal batting from the right side. Brooks pitching from the right side. Who's going to win? Let's find out. He got him. The fastball again on the outside corner. Sagal waves and misses. It's the 4th strikeout for Brooks, and there's 2 away in the 7th. So you got a guy like Sagal who's been loyal to Corvallis for now 4 years. And you got a guy like Zane Garvey. Started with Portland, the Pickles, last year, and has moved on here to Corvallis. And it's safe to say it was a good move. Moves to a team that's now playing for a championship. He's got 1 on and 2 away. The offering from Brooks. Slider, bottom rung. It's there for a strike. Gorgeous night tonight in Wenatchee, 73 degrees. The sun has gone down. It's just about 9 p.m. Nighttime has fallen here in Wenatchee as Brooks picks off the first. Can't see the stars, though, on account of the smoke, and kind of drowns out the night sky, unfortunately. The wildfires from Chelan posing a bit of a problem. 0-1 the count on Garvey. Brooks delivers. Slider in there for strike 2. And we've been saying it all night tonight. It's just been electric all game long. You get moments like these, 0-2, 2 outs, and runner on first. Knights up by 2. Brooks would like to hang a 0 for the 2nd straight time. He does it! Another fastball blown past Garvey, and Brooks strikes out the side. No runs off a single hit, no errors, and 1 man left at first base. It's time to stretch here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Rob Nyer, thank you so much for joining us on the headset today.
Hey, thank you for all your hard work this season. Appreciate it.
And 7-5, Knights still leading as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
So here's what we won't do. We won't let self-doubt win again. Because we're working on something more real. With a coach who doesn't just spot you, but sees the real you. And a personal plan made for wherever you are.
Elbows in.
Because we know fit looks different for you, and her, and them. So that self-doubt, yeah, not today.
Come on, Riley, let's go!
Because you have people who believe in something more real. Like you. That's Anytime Fitness. That's Real AF.
You can start quotes on our website, WenatcheeInsurance.com.
And you can schedule an in-person, video, or phone appointment.
No one should have to sweat about insurance.
We are a locally owned independent agency, so we can walk people through a variety of options.
Make sure you're covered, maybe even save some money.
So give us a call or text today, 509-295-9055.
And then get back to the AC with the GOAT.
Markham still on the mound for the Knights. He's facing Reese Vassar here to start the bottom of the 7th. Vassar fouls off the first pitch right off the face mask of Chun, and the count is 0-1. It's 7-5, Knights leading here late in this game into the last third of the ball game. As Markham kicks and deals. Slider inside, but on the corner for strike 2. And Markham, the fastball in the mid-90s. And that slider dropped it down to 84. A bit of an unfair speed change. And now he's got Vassar with 2 strikes. He'd like to put him in his back pocket for his 7th strikeout of the evening. There it is. Locked him up with the slider, buckled Vassar's knees, and there's one away to start things here in the 7th. Lineup card flips over. Raphael Dunn, your leadoff batter for the Sox. He's been in the leadoff spot basically every single game that he's played in. And for good reason. Has a 37-game on-base streak after today's single in the 2nd. And first pitch to him. Off the hands and fouled back to the netting. Cozy plays his evens at ones. The AppleSox and the Corvallis Knights. Again, here's Landon Whites. Still hitless today. He's 0 for 3. He's got no fields at first. And 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Sox down by 2. Markham comes, sets, delivers to Whites. Slider grounded to the left side. Severns at third, handles it, throws to first, pitched by Porter. That's the out, and that's the side retired. And what a play there by Severns at third to get out of the situation. No runs for the AppleSox, no hits, no errors. They do leave one man on base. That's Noah Fields. Knights still lead. It's 7-5. They're up by just a little bit. And we're into the top of the 8th. You're in the WCL championship game on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM. KCSY Twist, the greatest hits of all time.
Foster parents provide the safety, love, and nurturing every child deserves. Many kids are just looking for someone to talk to have fun with, to share their life with. Interested in being a foster parent? Call K Connections at 888-2006. That's 888-2006. K Connections, enhancing the lives of those they serve at 2121 North Wenatchee Avenue.
Getting bored with the white walls in your house? Let Exterior Solutions and Alexandria Moldings brighten up your interior. Available in various sizes, Alexandria Moldings lends to great project ideas. Use them to build up beautiful moldings, design wall and ceiling panels, and practical shelves. They can also revive your staircases to their natural shine. Exterior Solutions can help you find just what you need. Alexandria Moldings at Exterior Solutions, 151st Street Southeast in East Wenatchee.
The Loop Trail Cafe wish the AppleSox the best of success this season. Locally owned, the Loop Trail Cafe has a great menu for breakfast and lunch. Start your morning off with the local famous zombie or breakfast burrito and a cup of coffee or tea. During the hot summer, you'll find ice cream cones. Get a scoop on the Loop. The Loop Trail Cafe, across from the splash pad in the Riverfront Center building at 1/5th Street, Suite 160 in Wenatchee.
Contact Lipke Insurance for your home, auto, life, health, business, and farm insurance. Here before you need us. Peace of mind delivered. Online at lipke.com. Joey Marasco leads off for the Knights here. Top of the 8th inning. Brooks on the mound for Wenatchee. He'll wind and deliver. And his pitch is fouled up and straight back out of play. And the Sox were able to get a runner on there, bottom of the 7th inning. But Markham able to get out of another situation. It's now 4 straight scoreless frames for him in relief. 0-1 count on Marasco. Brooks, here's the offering. Wave and a miss on the breaking ball. And now 2 strikes on Marasco. Brooks has got 5 strikeouts tonight by his lonesome. Now 1 strike away from making it 6. Deep breath from Brooks. The pitch to Marasco. There it is. A weak swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 for Brooks. And that's how he starts the 8th inning. Top of the order, Diego Cruz, your starting second baseman for the Knights today. And he got a double to lead off the 6th inning, but then was stranded at third base. It proved unproductive in the first pitch to him. And he tries to go for that running slap swing, but he takes the pitch on the bottom rung for a strike. And he looks like a softball player when he does that. You'll see softball players with that kind of running slap hits. That's what Cruz is trying to do. Now the 0-1 pitch. Jackknifed him away for a ball. And Cruz is a smaller guy. He's only 5'9" and 180 pounds. So, trying to use his speed as his main tool. He stole 23 bases with Miami, Ohio this past spring. 1-1 pitch. A little late decision swing, fouls it off to the left side. And now he's behind 1-2. One away here, top of the 8th. That was the strikeout on Marasco. Now Brooks teed up for 7 strikeouts tonight. Here's the pitch. There it is. Dropped into a knee with a top shelf swinging strike 3. That's strikeout 7 for Brooks, and he's got 2 away in the 8th. Strikeouts tonight for the AppleSox pitching staff. 4 from Thornton, now 7 from Brooks. And brings up Maverick Russell with 2 away and no one on. First pitch to him is in the dirt. Morisaki wears it off the chest. It's ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, no one on. Brooks agrees on a sign. Now winds and fires. Russell takes it down the gut for a strike. And Brooks has gotten a pair of swinging Ks here in the 8th. First on Marasco, there on Cruz. And he blew the fastball past him on the top rung and really made Cruz look silly. So he just helicoptered around. 1-1 offering. Breaking ball away. Russell holds up. It's ball 2.
3 passes. Go after him. You get this guy.
Now Russell from Whittier, California, the freshman from UCLA. Eating up some innings here in Corvallis. Playing for a championship. His 2-1 pitch. Right down Main Street, strike 2. And Brooks struck out the side in the 7th. Now he's 1 away from striking out the side again in the 8th. Can he do it? Can he strike out the side? And then he spikes this one in the turf. And the count now full on Russell. And Russell, your DH today. He picked up a hit in the second, RBI single. And was hit by a pitch in the fifth. Again, Brooks still one strike away from striking out the side. Here's the payoff. Froze him on a pitch on the outside corner.
One thing we like, it's choices. Pat Armstrong Ford is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains, get your ideal combination of power and capability. With gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it. Stop by Pat Armstrong Ford today for your vehicle, parts, and service needs. 703rd Street Southeast in East Wenatchee, just up the street from Costco.
Visit NCW.
from slamming a door.